It is not like I became interested in because I was born in a family of um, dancing people. So my grandmother was the person who first introduced me to folk dancing, although her family moved to Sofia in after the end of the World War II, and she was a lady who wouldn't go outside without her lipstick, and she was not a baba in the sense that you think of a baba coming from a village. No, she was very much an urban person uh, with her hairstyle and dresses, but she was the person who loved to dance, and she knew various dances, and she realized that I have the talent. So she will take my hand and say, "Hey, Heidi Tsure, let's do this and let's do that." And all my life, I remember I was dancing, and so my parents would take me to different weddings. So, of course, I became the most important person after the bride because I was very little and I was dancing everything. So it has been with me all my life. So my parents uh, began receiving questions like, where she's dancing, where she's dancing, she's so talented, and so you should take her to a children ensemble because she obviously has the talent for dance." And this is how my parents took me to Rosna, which is the most prestigious children ensemble at the Palace of Pioneers in the 1970s.
Yeah.
And you probably heard of this. And you probably read about the very strong competition among children to become performers at this um, prestigious children ensemble, because these kind of groups would perform in front of very important people, very important occasions. So this is very much part of the politics of the time, that you are aware that
Yeah.
the folk dance ensembles became the cultural product of the system.
Yeah.
So, and things would start from the very early age. So I became part of the group that had about 300 children divided in various groups, and there was a very strong rehearsal system, because we would rehearse 3 times per week, starting with the so-called character exercise, which was um, inherited at, from the Soviet school, training school,
Yeah.
for the training performers. So this is one of the things that I learned at at the moment I entered the rehearsal hall, which is, body posture and training the body in this classical exercise, and tons of repertoire, stage repertoire. So at age 12, 13, I became part of this main troupe that would travel to France and other capitalist countries. So this was the beginning of a long journey of performing. And I went through all these years touring with this children ensemble, then academic ensemble, all over the world. What's very fortunate for me, because I got my other passion is in humanities, literature, languages. So I studied German, and after graduating at this high school with German, there was my chance to continue with the choreography education, which was a institute in Sofia in the 1980s. That was very similar to the academy in Plovdiv, Music and Dance Academy in Plovdiv. It was a kind of a compressed program. So in 2 years, having 8 hours per day of studying, you receive a bachelor degree in choreography, Bulgarian folk choreography. So I began working right away, even before graduating, working with children, adults, mining group 2 hours away from Sofia, taking the train and going to working with people who were as old as my father. But it was a very, very good experience. And after a few years, though, I realized that I know very little about the Bulgarian folk dance, very little, because all my perspective was built from the performer's point of view. The most important, most valuable thing that I have done in terms of searching for depth, for understanding the dance, but from anthropological perspective, cultural perspective, dance as part of the life of the society. Music, of course. My husband is a music professor, and he came to Bulgaria and in 2004 to learn more about the Bulgarian music. So I sent this, but he said, "Oh, it is not enough. What about you coming and presenting in front of my band, dancing in front of the symphonic band, and to work with our ballet school children, so we can present this piece and something that is with other people." And this is pretty much the beginning of my work with people and organizations from the Northwest. Otherwise, I began touring the States in 2003 as as a dance teacher. I probably visited 45 states, so I was touring all over. And this gave me the information about the International Balkan Folk Dancing. This is how I got to know what's going on with my um, American friends across the states.